And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Wow, they are starting this game early. Starting for Warrenton night. Sam Smith, Travis Tobin, Brendan Day, Brett Smith, and Andrew Cox. That's the starting lineup for Warrenton Warriors. Starting lineup for your hometown, Elsberry Indians. Number 2, Joel Mound. Jack St. Pierre. Eli Gladney. And Jake Reimel. That's the starting lineup for Elsberry. And Gabriel Hill. I guess I can't count. But anyway, get a chance here. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry. And again, they started this game very early. And so this is a game between Elsberry Indians and the Warrenton Warriors. Warrenton Warriors are 1-0, and Elsberry is 0-2. Ball goes over to Elsberry. So we have Jack St. Pierre out on the court right now, and he has it out on the point, dribbling around, being guarded closely, but he does drive it in and gets the 2 points. Warrenton, much like the girls, brings it up fast, but they were called for traveling. So an early turnover here for Warrenton. I'm still trying to get everything in place up here. I got up here just in time to start the game. I want to mention that Bo Henry was injured the other night, and so he's not playing tonight. There was a turnover there, and turnover back again. And Gabriel Hill with 2 points. Quick 4-0 lead for Elsberry. This game has been going fast. The less than a minute that they've played, it's been a very fast-paced game. Warrenton tries to drive in, can't do it. Here's a 3-point shot. Hill with the rebound, and Jake Reimel brings it up. And I thought he was going to settle it down, but he didn't. Jack St. Pierre throws over to Joel Mound, and he is called for traveling. You're going to have to bear with me here. I haven't had a chance to try to learn any of these names for Warrenton. It's Brendan Day bringing it up the court right now. He gets it over to Sam Smith. They get it in deep. That was Brendan Day, got it in deep, and he was fouled by Gabriel Hill right under the basket. Get the ball out on the perimeter to Brett Smith. And he is called for traveling as he tries to spin around. So 6:28 remaining in the first quarter, 4-0 Elsberry, and they've got the ball. St. Pierre gets it over to Reimel. Joel Mound down on the baseline. Eli Gladney is in. And Jack St. Pierre took off to the inside, and Jake threw it to the outside. So Warrenton with the ball. That is Brett Smith bringing it up the court. Get the ball underneath. And that is Sam Smith with the 2 points. Jack St. Pierre with the ball out on the point. Everybody's running around. Takes a three-pointer, and it bounces in and out. No good. Travis Tobin has it out on the Tobin. And you know what? I was looking out there, and I'm not sure what that call was. But either way, it was a turnover to Elsberry. So Jack St. Pierre brings it up the court. He slows it down a bunch. He brings it up slowly. Joel Mound with the ball on the outside. He tries to drive in, takes a shot, about a 15-foot shot, and no good, and see what they're going to call here. Quickly, 2 fouls on Hill. Way too early in the game for that. And he comes out, and Kane Sadler comes in. So Warrenton with the ball on the outside. Here's a three-point shot, and it's good. That is number 2, Travis Tobin, for 3 points. And just like that, Warrenton takes the lead, 5-4. Elsberry had the quick 4 points, but Warrenton has responded back with 5 points, and now the ball's thrown out of bounds, and it goes over to Warrenton. They bring the ball down the court. Just some very minor pressure by Elsberry. And Joel Mound tried to jump in there and break up the pass, but all he ended up doing was getting a foul. It's his first foul of the game. They get the ball in. Brett Smith has it. They pass it around the perimeter. Another three-pointer, and it's no good. Warrenton with the rebound. And see what they're going to call here. Warrenton with the rebound, and there's a foul on the rebound. Everybody jumping up. Sam Smith was called for the foul. That's his first foul of the game. So Reimel brings it up, goes and just goes right up the middle and can't get the shot to fall, but he does draw a foul. And I believe this is the foul on the floor because they're not setting up to shoot. That foul was on Brendan Day, his first. And nobody's moving for Elsberry. They need to get the ball in, and there was nobody, so it was stolen by Warrenton, and there is Travis Tobin in for 2 points. And I believe he drew a foul. That's Kane Sadler with the foul, his first. Travis Tobin on the line for 1 free throw. Shot is up, and it's good. So 8-4. Warrenton over Elsberry. Jake Reimel with the ball out on the high point. High post, I mean. Jack St. Pierre takes the ball in from underneath, and it will not drop. Warrenton quickly back up the court. Jake Reimel knocked the ball out of Warrenton's hands, but it goes out of bounds off of Reimel. They get the ball in. Pass it around the perimeter. Here's a three-point shot. No good. Sadler up with the rebound, gives it to Reimel to bring up the court. Here's a three-point shot by Joel Mound, and it's good. 8-7. Warrenton bringing it up the court. Three-point shot, no good. And right underneath is Brendan Day for 2 points. You could just almost call that a pass. Caden Kinsler is in now. And there's Kane Sadler from underneath and cannot get it to drop. There's the 3-point shot. No good. Once again, from right underneath and no good. That was Brendan Day from right underneath and couldn't get the shot to drop. But a foul is called on Jake Reimel. That's his first of the game. Kane Sadler comes out. There's a shot up by Sam Smith. Shot was no good, but he drew a foul. That foul was on Jack St. Pierre. It's his first of the game. Free throw by Sam Smith is good. (11-7) is the score. Second free throw is good. And here's Caden Kinsler bringing the ball up the court. And a timeout called by Elsberry. 30-second timeout. Quickly try to get this in.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, Elsberry's ball out of bounds. Jack St. Pierre with the ball, and he gets across the timeline. And he fumbles around, and here's the ball right underneath to Eli Gladney. He's up for 2 points and draws a foul. Score is now 12-9. 3-point lead for Warrenton. 2:02 remaining in the first quarter. Eli Gladney at the line for his first chance at free throws tonight. Shot is up and falls in. Warrenton, this is the first time they haven't brought the ball up fast. Get the ball over to Sam Smith out on the high point, or high post. Now they get the ball in deep, but he's not able to do anything, and here's a 3-point shot, and it's good. That is number 2, Travis Tobin. It's his second 3-pointer of the night. Joel Mound has the ball. Gets it into Kinsler, puts it up, and no good, and there's going to be an over-the-back foul on Kyle Turnbull. That's his first foul of the night. And with 7 team fouls, we go to the single bonus. So that's going to put Andrew Cox at the line with a 1-and-1. First shot is up and no good. And Sam Smith with the rebound. There's the shot up, no good. Warrenton just controlling the boards. They got it back out on the point now. So they're setting up to run a play. And there is a two-pointer for, who is that? That's two-pointer for Travis Tobin. He is definitely leading the scoring tonight. Joel Mound out on the high post, gets it into Jake Reimel. There's a three-point attempt for Eli Gladney. And he's got the 3 points. 17-13 with 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. There's a three-pointer, no good. And there is that was, I believe, Caden Kinsler. Yeah, Caden Kinsler took it in very aggressively. Couldn't get the shot, but he was able to draw the foul with 0.7 seconds remaining. So, Caden Kinsler at the line. First shot is good. 17-14. Second shot bounces out. Warrenton with the rebound and couldn't get it. So at the end of one quarter of this ball game, the score is Warrenton 17, Elsberry 14. So let's take a break between quarters.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back ready to start the second quarter of this ball game. Score is 17-14. Right now we have Joel Mound with 3 points, Jack St. Pierre with 2 points. Eli Gladney has 6 points, Caden Kinsler has 1, and Gabriel Hill has 2. But he's on the bench with 2 fouls. Sam Smith has 4 points. Travis Tobin is the one that's scoring. He's got 8, 10, 11 points already just in the first quarter. And Brendan Day has 2 points. So they've only got 3 players with all of their points. If they can neutralize Travis Tobin, then they could get rid of a lot of points. Sam Smith is getting all the rebounds. So here we go with the second quarter. Warrenton has the ball. Here's a 3-point shot. No good. And Warrenton with the rebound puts it up and it rolls out. Jake Reimel with the rebound. And he's bringing it back down the court. Warrenton is just all over him. I see Hill is back out there for the second quarter. Kinsler drives in. Gets it over to Eli Gladney, and he's good for 3 points. That's his second three-pointer of the night, and that ties the score at 17. That pass is broken up by Elsberry, and they try another pass there, but foul was called on Eli Gladney. That's his first of the night, but it does put, who is that? Man, I can't hardly see those numbers. That is Travis Tobin on the line. First free throw is good. So he's back for a second free throw. And it's good. 2-point lead for Warrenton. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Elsberry with it on the outside. Kinsler has the ball now. Get the camera over there. Again, Warrenton is really defending closely. There's a three-pointer, no good. And Warrenton with the rebound. They get the ball down the court. Quickly over to Sam Smith. And now here's a shot, no good, and Jack St. Pierre has the ball, gets it to Jake Reimel. Gives the ball to Kinsler, he puts it up, no good, and Warrenton with the rebound. Elsberry kind of rushed their shot there. And there's a real clean 15-footer for Brett Smith. Shot's no good, and here's Sam Smith. Puts the ball up, no good. And there he is for 2 points, getting his own rebound there. Again, like I said, this is a really fast-paced game. There's a three-point attempt for Gabriel Hill, and he hit it, 3 points. Score is 23-20. Warrenton over Elsberry. All right, Warrenton slows it down a bit. Here's a three-point attempt. No good. And that ball is, let's see, that was Brett Smith that attempted that one. It was no good, and the ball stays with Warrenton. I wasn't sure how they were going to call that one. That could have gone either way. Okay, they get the ball in. It's out on the perimeter, get the ball in. Now it's stolen by Hill. And he gets it to Jake Reimel. And he just drives it up. The shot is no good, but he does draw the foul. That foul was on Travis Tobin, and that's only his first foul. So Jake Reimel at the line for 2 shots. First shot is up and good. Second shot is good, but there was a lane violation by Elsberry, and so it doesn't count. 23-21 is the score. Warrenton bringing the ball down, and they've slowed this down a lot. I got a feeling it'll pick up again, but they brought it up slow. Right underneath and blocked by Hill, and he grabs the rebound. Reimel's bringing it up the court, gets it over to Joel Mount. He drives the line, puts the ball up, and no good. And now Warrenton breaking down the court real fast. 15-foot shot, no good. See what they're calling here. Okay, the foul is called on Brendan Day. He had a push off underneath the basket. That's his second foul of the game. So Joel Mound bringing it down the court. Over to Jake Reimel, gets it to Hill. Cross court to Mound, and couldn't get it to drop. I couldn't tell if that was a long two-pointer or a three-pointer. Here's a three-point attempt, and it's good for Sam Smith. 26-21. 5-point lead now for Warrenton. Cross court to Hill, and he's good for three. 26-24, 3.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Warrenton gets it in deep. See what they're, he said white and okay. He said white ball and pointed towards Warrenton's end, but it turns out it is Elsberry's ball. So Elsberry with the ball, Joel Mound bringing it down the court, and he's bringing it slow. Takes it up and in for 2 points. Score is tied 26. The ball's fumbled around down there. All right, that was Travis Tobin going up for the shot, and he draws the foul. And that foul is on Kyle Turnbull. That's his second of the game. But it puts Tobin at the line, and he is 100%, 3 for 3. And make that 3 for 4. He's ready for his second shot, puts it up, and it's good. 27-26, Elsberry with the ball, 2:44 remaining in the first half. Joel Mound out on the outside. There's a three-point shot, no good, Mound with the rebound. Puts a shot up, no good, Hill with the rebound. And they have it out on the perimeter. Joel Mound with another three-point shot, no good. And here's Sam Smith taking it right to the basket, 2 points. 29-26, three-point lead for Warrenton. Caden Kinsler with the ball. And that ball slapped away. Jack St. Pierre with the three-point attempt, no good, and Warrenton gets the rebound. And they're bringing it down quickly. And he's just driving to the line, nothing there. And everybody's just kind of throwing the ball up. This foul, I believe, is going to be on St. Pierre. No, it's going to be on Kyle Turnbull, and I believe that's his third foul of the night. 29-26 puts Andrew Cox on the line. First shot is no good. Second shot is up and good. 30-26, 4-point lead. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half. All right, he was caught over there, and they got a timeout called. So let's take a quick break here while they're doing the timeout.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are ready to go again. 1:24 remaining in this first half. Score is 30-26. Elsberry with the ball out of bounds. Jake Reimel on the outside. Over to Gladney, over to Kinsler. Ball slapped away by Warrenton, but Elsberry gets it back. And there was a long shot by Gladney, no good. Brought up by, rebound is by Warrenton, and they bring the ball, and he goes the length of the court. And tries a little fancy passing there, but it just wasn't to be. Now they get the ball underneath. And that was Andrew Cox with the shot from underneath. And the ball over to Warrenton. Sam Smith with the 2 points and a free throw. 36.9 seconds remaining, and Sam Smith is at the line. And real quickly, Warrenton pulls out with an 8-point lead. And make that a 9-point lead. Kinsler brings it up the court. And they got it to Hill on the inside. And he draws a foul. That foul is on Brett Smith. That's his second of the night. That puts Hill on the line for two shots. First shot is good. Second shot is up, and it's good. All right, 22 seconds remaining. Warrenton has the ball. Get the ball, 3-point attempt, and it's no good. Reimel with the rebound, 9 seconds remaining. And he's just got to take it all up. He passes over to Eli Gladney. Shot is no good. Reimel with the shot, and it goes in and out, no good. So that is the end of the first half of this ball game. The score is Warrenton 35 and Elsberry 28. And, well, to be honest, this game is, Warrenton has controlled the game better, but at the same time, Elsberry has been able to stay with them for the most part. They've tied it up 3 times in this game. And so go over a little bit of scoring on this. Joel Mound at the end of half has 5 points. Jack St. Pierre has 2 points. Eli Gladney has 9 points, and that's including 2 3-pointers. Caden Kinsler has 1 point. Jake Reimel with 1 point. And Gabriel Hill with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. And he's also got 2 3-pointers. Then Sam Smith and Travis Tobin have been the talk of Warrenton. Sam Smith, so you count this up here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 points so far. Travis Tobin, and that includes 1 3-pointer for Sam Smith. Travis Tobin has 2 3-pointers, but he's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's also got 14 points. So of the 35 points, Sam Smith and Travis Tobin have 28 of them. That leaves 2 for Brendan Day, 2 for Brett Smith, and 3 for Andrew Cox. So Elsberry's job coming into this second half should be to neutralize those 2, and they're going to have a lot better chance of doing something. But anyway, let's go ahead and shut this down for right now. Oh, I'm not shut it down, but I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to see if I can. I wasn't able to get anything before. I'm going to see if I can grab something quick to eat. Otherwise, you're going to hear my stomach rumbling on this broadcast. So even though I'm not doing any talking or anything, I'll be back in a few minutes.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home, using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, we are ready to start. We're ready to start this third quarter. Warrenton with the ball. They have it out on the perimeter. Brett Smith with the ball, cross-court pass. Looking for somebody they can get it in deep to. Brett Smith tried to drive in deep, couldn't get it. Travis Tobin outside now. All right, Travis Tobin tried driving the baseline, and he was called for a travel. So 35-28, Warrenton over Elsberry. Full court pressure now from Warrenton. Jake Reimel gets it across the line, Joel Mound. Now Reimel takes it up and no good, and he's knocked over, but no foul called. There's 15-foot jumper there by Brett Smith. And that ball is taken away by Jake Reimel, and they are all over him. All right, that foul was on Brett Smith, that's his third foul, puts Jack St. Pierre to the line with 2 shots. First shot is up and no good. You can tell from here that ball was thrown too hard. Timeout is called. 30-second timeout called by Warrenton.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
All right. 6:47 remaining in the third quarter. The score is 37-28. 9-point lead for Warrenton. And once again, they have a couple of players starting to look like they're in foul trouble. For at least for this early in the game, Brett Smith has 3 fouls. So we're coming back out for Jack St. Pierre for his second free throw. He missed the first one. So he's out for just 1 shot now. Shot is up and good. Makes the score 37-29. 8-point lead for Warrenton. Warrenton brings it up the court. And get the ball into the free throw line for Sam Smith. Travis Tobin out at the point with it now. They couldn't penetrate that time. So Tobin looked, and there's a long 2-pointer. Ball was thrown up again by Tobin, and he couldn't get it to drop. And there's Jake Reimel, and he couldn't get his to drop. Sam Smith going in, and his won't drop. Jack St. Pierre with the rebound over to Jake Reimel. There's a 3-pointer for Eli Gladney, and it is good. Maybe that was just a 2-pointer. That shot was by Travis Tobin. Shot put up by Jake Reimel, would not drop. He was right underneath it. 3-pointer, and it's good for Travis Tobin. And Joel Mound was called for. He was called for traveling. And that was a 3-pointer for Eli Gladney. Another 3-point attempt, way off. Eli Gladney with that rebound, gets it to Kinsler, and he passes it off the foot of Brett Smith. You get the ball into Kinsler. Joel Mound drives the baseline, puts it up, and rolls in and out. So Warrenton with the rebound and a 10-point lead. Ball goes out of bounds off of Warrenton. So Elsberry gets the ball, and here we come with a full court press. They get the ball in the mound. Jack St. Pierre has it. Over to Hill, over to Kinsler, and he takes it in, gets it out to Pierre, St. Pierre. He puts it up for 2 points. 42-34. And there's a 15-footer for Brett Smith, and it's good. Kinsler with the ball, and he draws a foul. That is Brendan Day with that foul. That's his third foul of the game. Kinsler with the ball now. Gets it out to Eli Gladney, and he's out on the point. Over to Joel Mount, and he takes a three-point. No good, and rebound for Warrenton. Warrenton with the ball and a 10-point lead. And the shot was no good, and Elsberry's bringing it down the court fast. They bring it up. Jack St. Pierre took it up all the way, and it wasn't there. So there was Tobin with the miss and Brendan Day with the putback. 12-point lead for Warrenton. And a jump ball was called there. Again, this game is really fast. It's going back and forth. Jack St. Pierre with the ball, gets it back, and the ball will not drop in. Shooting percentage is just dropped off to nothing. It's again a 12-point lead for Warrenton, and they have the ball. Too hard of a pass for Warrenton. They couldn't handle it. Ball goes back to Elsberry. 2:27 remaining in the third quarter. Warrenton with a 12-point lead, 46-34. And there is a foul on Sam Smith. That's his second foul. And they've held him with no points in this third quarter. Kinsler with the ball. Over to Reimel. Gladney has it now. Over to Hill. And he takes it in, puts it up, and does not drop. And here's Smith going up, and he can't get it to drop. And the ball's just rolling around. Nobody can get it to go do anything. Sam Smith up with the shot. And the foul was called on Kinsler. It's his first foul of the game. So Sam Smith on the line now. First shot is no good. You know, it's just almost like these baskets have a force field around them now. Neither team is getting their shots to drop very well. 12-point lead for Warrenton. Second shot for Smith. And it's no good. Hill with the rebound. And he's just going to take it in all the way. And he takes it in, gets the 2 points, and draws the foul. .153 remaining in this third quarter. 10-point lead for Warrenton. Hill on the line with one shot. No good. Warrenton quickly back down the court. Number two taking a three-point shot. No good. And there was Brendan Day with another 2 points. Warrenton back to a 12-point lead. Reimel with the ball. Pass was broken up by Sam Smith. Stays with Elsberry. One and a half minutes remaining. 12-point lead for Warrenton. St. Pierre with the ball out of bounds, gets it into Kinsler. Reimel with the ball out on the high post. He drives it in, throws it back out to Kinsler. Shot is no good, and Reimel up, and his shot is no good from underneath. And here's Sam Smith taking it in, and his layup was no good, but he does draw the foul. See who this foul is on. I guess it was on Kinsler. It's his second. So Smith at the line, and that was short. It's 3 in a row he's missed, all in this half. And that shot was no good. Hill with the rebound. Here's Joel Mound driving the line, gets the ball up. No good. Hill with the rebound. He's back up with the shot. The shot was no good, but he does draw the foul. And that foul was on Travis Tobin, and that's his second. So, Hill at the line. First shot is no good. Second shot is no good. And Warrenton with the rebound. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Warrenton out on the perimeter. Travis Tobin with the ball. He's a good one to have the ball. Smith tries to take it up the middle. Couldn't get through, but draws the foul. That foul was on Jake Reimel. That's his third. Foul was on the floor, so there's no shooting. There's a three-pointer. No good, and Jake Reimel takes the ball up, and he draws a foul. That foul was on Sam Smith. That's his third foul of the game. So, Reimel on the line. Free throw attempt was no good. Reimel with the second attempt. And it goes in and out. And on the rebound, ball goes out of bounds and stays with Elsberry. So St. Pierre throws it in to Hill. He gives it back to St. Pierre, back to Hill again. And St. Pierre puts up about a 10-foot shot, no good, but he does draw the foul. That foul was on Cody Crump. It's his first of the game. St. Pierre on the line now. No good. Up for the second shot. And it rims in and out. So Travis Tobin has the ball. And that shot was blocked by Hill. Goes out of bounds. Stays with Warrenton. Get the ball in, turnaround shot for Sam Smith. Right at the buzzer, nothing doing. So, at the end of 3 quarters, the score is 48-36, Warrenton over Elsberry. Let's take another quick break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right. 8 more minutes remaining in this ball game. Score is 48-36. Elsberry has the single bonus as Warrenton has committed 7 team fouls. And Elsberry's only committed 3 team fouls. But they are down by 12 points. The second half, especially, the shooting percentages just dropped off to nothing. Although I got to say that the shooting percentage has been pretty poor for Warrenton, too, in this second half. But here we start with Warrenton with the ball and a 12-point lead. And all right, that foul is going to be called on Jake Reimel, and I believe that's his 4th. It is his 4th. And that's the 4th team foul against Elsberry. So Reimel's out there playing with 4 fouls now. And there's a 10-foot shot there for Brett Smith. And it goes in. 2 more points. 14-point lead now. And Joel Mount on the outside, Reimel on the outside. Here's Eli Gladney for 3. And it's good. So, makes it an 11-point lead, and Warrenton brings it down slow. They're just leisurely throwing the ball around now. And it just eat up some clock. There's a 3-point shot by Sam Smith, no good. But right underneath is, I believe that's Andrew Cox for 2 points. There's Hill, tries to take it in. The ball does not drop in, but he draws a foul. I will say one thing, they're letting them play. Because there's a lot of roughness going on out there, but they're calling it evenly for both sides. And that free throw is good. It's a score of 52-40. 12-point lead. Second free throw bounces out. And Warrenton brings it down the court. There's a 15-foot shot, no good. And misses everything and goes out of bounds to Elsberry. 6:33 remaining in this ball game, 52-40. Hill on the outside over to St. Pierre. Now it's to Gladney, over to Mound. Gets it in deep to Hill. He puts it up and no good. You got to hit those shots from underneath. All right, there's Tobin's. Takes a little bad pass here for Warrenton, and Elsberry with the ball. And now they throw the ball away. And here's Sam Smith going in, and he misses. But Brett Smith is right there to put it back. And timeout on the court. 30-second timeout for Warrenton. They are enjoying a 14-point lead at this point. 5:47 to go in this ball game. And once again, the first half of this ball game, Elsberry was able to stay with them. They never could quite get ahead of them after the initial 4-0 lead, but they were able to stay with them. Warrenton is just slowly pulled away here in this third quarter. And once again, with the score now of 54-40. They have a 14-point lead at the end of three quarters. It was a 12-point lead. So as Elsberry bringing it up the court. St. Pierre out on the, there's a three-pointer, and it's good for Kinsler. It's down to an 11-point lead. Warrenton brings the ball up. Less than 5.5 minutes, and that foul is going to be on Joel Mound. Reaching in foul. And there's, ball fell in for, who was that, number 15? That's Andrew Cox. He's really come on strong. Stolen by Warrenton. Puts the ball back to Sam Smith, and there's his first 2 points of the second half. Takes it back to Hill. Hill goes in, fights his way in to the basket, gets his 2 points. Gets his 2 points and draws a foul. Puts him on the line with one shot. Warrenton with a 13-point lead. Shot is up and no good, and Warrenton with the rebound. Stolen by Elsberry. Eli Gladney with the steal. There's a three-pointer by Gladney. It rolls out, no good. And Warrenton with the rebound. 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in this ball game. And Joel Mound got him flustered enough that he mishandled the ball and was called for traveling. That was Brett Smith. 4:06 to go in this ball game. 13-point deficit. Kinsler with the ball, gets it over to Eli Gladney, but Elsberry calls a timeout.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in this ball game. Warrenton 58, Elsberry 45. And Warrenton's main player here has 4 fouls. One of their main players. Pass broken up by Warrenton. Could not get the shot to drop. But the foul is on Eli Gladney. That's his second of the game. So Warrenton gets the ball out of bounds because that's only the 6th team foul for Elsberry. Next one, they get a 1-and-1. Ball goes into Brennan Day. Cross court. And stolen by Elsberry, and Joel Mound up for the rebound and 2 points. 11-point lead for Warrenton. 3.5 minutes remaining. Elsberry needs to do it. If they're going to do it, they need to do it now. Timeout, Warrenton. And their coach is upset. He is big time upset. I'm glad I'm not down there. So I don't know if that was a 30-second or a full timeout, but either way, we'll just hold it right here for now. And so the second half of this ball game, Elsberry's shooting percentage is just horrendous. They finally started hitting a couple of them here. But in the second half, Joel Mound has 2 points. Jack St. Pierre has 3 points. Eli Gladney has 2 3-pointers for 6 points. And Gabriel Hill has 5 points in the second half. They've only been able to put up 8 points. No, I'm sorry. 8 and 11 and 19 points, yeah. Yeah, they've been able to put up 19 points in the second half. So anyway, Warrenton's ball here. 3:16 remaining. And they are really guarding him close. Sam Smith coming in, puts the ball underneath to Andrew Cox, and he's got 2 points. 60-47, 13-point lead. There's Gabriel Hill for 3, and it's good. 60-50. And that ball almost stolen by Eli Gladney, but he couldn't catch up to it after he knocked it away. Tobin's with the ball, and he drives the baseline, gets it to Smith, puts it up for 2 points. Kinsler coming up the court now with the ball. 12-point deficit. Gets the ball back to Hill. Over to Reimel, who's playing with 4 fouls. But at this point, might as well be playing. Kinsler with a shot up, 15-foot shot, no good. And Warrenton with the ball, less than 2 minutes to go. Three seconds in the lane against Warrenton. 1:45 remaining, 12-point deficit for Elsberry, and they've got the ball. Jake Reimel's going to throw it into St. Pierre. Reimel gets across the timeline. And that ball is stolen. And that was Brett Smith. Couldn't get the shot to drop, but he is fouled. And that foul is on Eli Gladney, I believe. And that's his third of the game. 1.5 minutes to go. Brett Smith on the line. First shot is good. And second shot rolls in. Jake Reimel bringing the ball up. Less than 1.5 minutes to go. 14-point lead for Warrenton. Gabriel Hill up and 2 points. Full court pressure now by Elsberry. And that's it for Jake Reimel. He's called for that foul, and that's number 5 on him. That's putting Brett Smith on the line. He is 2 for 2 with his free throws tonight. So Reimel fouls out of the game. First shot is good. .13 lead for Warrenton. 1:09 remaining in the game. Second free throw is no good, and rebound Warrenton. They take the ball, and they're just running it around the perimeter now. And that foul was on Joel Mound. That's his third foul. So it's still a 1-and-1 on for Travis Tobin. And his free throw is good. (66-52), 14-point lead. Second shot is up, and it's good. 15-point lead. Kinsler's just going to take it to the basket. And no good, and Hill puts it up and is fouled. And that foul is on Sam Smith, and that's his fourth. But 49.8 seconds remaining puts Hill at the line for 2 shots. First shot is good. Second shot, no good, and Warrenton up with the rebound. And that foul is on Joel Mound. I'm assuming they're caught. Maybe it wasn't a foul. What are they doing here? Okay, they did not call a foul on that. But we have a timeout for Warrenton. Full timeout. Let's get another commercial in here.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
All right. Spell it all out for you here. 43.7 seconds remaining in this ball game. The score is Warrenton 67, Elsberry 53. Jake Reimel is fouled out of the game, and Sam Smith for Warrenton has 4 fouls, but I don't think it's going to matter now. So anyway, Warrenton has the ball. They get it in to Smith. And the ball is brought down of court, and there is Andrew Cox with 2 more points. Joel Mound with the ball. He brings it up, brings it down to baseline, couldn't get it to drop, and Warrenton with the rebound and the ball. 17 seconds. Passed all the way down the court to Andrew Cox, another 2 points. Here's a 3-pointer by Joel Mound, and it rolls in and out. .3 seconds remaining in the game. And that foul is called on Joel Mound. That's his 4th of the game. And it puts Tobin at the line for 2 shots with .3 seconds. First shot is up and just rolls out. Second shot, and it rolls out. And that is the end of the ball game. Final score. Yeah, it looks like I forgot to switch the quarters over. So we finished the ball game in the 3rd quarter, it looks like. Oh, well, can't think of everything. So we finished the game 71-53 as a final score. So let's throw a couple of commercials in here while I do some adding up and get some final points here for you.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, just some final numbers here. Let's see, 1 for 4. Just doing some counting here on free throws. Try to get them added up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 attempts and 1, 2, 3, 4 of 9. All right, just some final numbers here For Elsberry, we had Joel Mound with 7 points, Jack St. Pierre with 5 points. He was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Eli Gladney had 15 points, and he was 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Caden Kinsler had 4 points. He was 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And Jake Reimel had 1 point, and he was 1 for 1. Gabriel Hill had 21 points on the night, and he was 4 for 9 from the free throw line. So I don't have all the complete free throws all added up. But 3-pointers. Joel Mound had 1 3-pointer. Eli Gladney had 4 3-pointers. Caden Kinsler had 1 3-pointer. And let's see, Gabriel Hill had 3 3-pointers. For Warrenton, Sam Smith had 18 points. Travis Tobin had 23 points. Brendan Day had 6. Brett Smith had 13, and Andrew Cox had 13. So they only had 5 players that scored. But their 5 players scored 71 points. Sam Smith was 3 for 7 from the line. Travis Tobin was 6 for 9. Brendan Day had no free throws, and Brett Smith was 3 for 3, and Andrew Cox was 1 for 2. But final score, like I said, let me switch this quarter over to 4th, so at least it'll end on the 4th quarter. And there. Now you look at the end of the game and see that it's the 4th quarter anyway. That's about it here from Elsberry tonight. And next game, see, when is it going to be? Pull my calendar up here real quick. And nothing's cooperating. All right, we are off until Monday night, when the girls will be playing at Winfield High School. And then Tuesday night, well, let's see. Okay, next week, starting December the 2nd, is the Winfield tournament. So each night it'll alternate between the girls' game and the boys' game, but I will be there every night for these games and providing coverage of all of the Elsberry games. And so I will be letting you know on Facebook. I usually do a couple of posts on Facebook. I'll be letting you know when exactly when those games will be, because we don't have that yet. So anyway, from Elsberry, where unfortunately we suffered a double loss tonight at the hands of the Warrenton Warriors, from Elsberry, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night. And thank you for listening in, and we will see you next Monday night at Winfield. Good night, everybody.